It is a great day to be alive, and I am so thankful for God, Jesus Christ, who lives in us. Today's video is titled, Are These Dreams Showing What Comes Next for XRP? Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I'm sharing is financial advice. I'm simply sharing dreams, visions, and interpretations that I feel God has given me as it relates to crypto. Now, let's get into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be resharing an old dream, one that I shared earlier this year. I'm going to be sharing two new dreams that I had last year. And these dreams, I feel, are about things that I believe God has been trying to show me about XRP and where XRP is going. You guys know that I've shared a lot of things about XRP, many dreams, in many previous videos. But before getting into these dreams, I want to encourage each and every person to take everything that you hear in these videos back to God in prayer. Let Him advise you on what you should do with this information. At the end of the day, the outcome of your action and the results of your actions will be between you and the Lord, as it should be. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I am sharing with you what I feel God has given to me. Again, it is our own individual responsibility to take this back to the Lord in prayer and let God tell you what to do with this information, whether to use it, to apply it, or not. With that being said, moving into the first dream, December 13th, 2024, I'm calling this dream Don't Hold XRP. And I shared this dream in this video when I gave a timeline about XRP, and I shared this dream within this chart. Although I never really understood what this dream was really all about, other than the fact that it's something to do with XRP, I had to fit it in within this timeline because it made sense. And it was a date that was derived as well as a date that I had a dream on. So this dream again, don't hold XRP. In this dream, someone was telling me that she could not hold XRP past January 21st. There was no year, just January 21st. I asked her why. She said I would have held it or had it too long, more than a year in February. Again, I've never understood this dream, but knowing what I feel like I know now about what God is trying to say about XRP or what we should do or the direction that XRP is going in, I'm looking at the clues within this dream. What stands out is January 21st, more than a year, and February. Okay, looking in the yellow box here, December 13th, 2025, this year will be 1 year since I've had this dream. January 21st, 2026, I feel may be an important date as it relates to what I'm going to share towards the end of this video about XRP and where I think XRP may be going. Again, that's January 21st, 2026. Could this be an important date? And then February 2026, could this be a moment when many people may feel like they've held their XRP too long? You've waited too long and now it's too late? Again, this will make sense towards the end of this video. But the takeaway from this dream is 1 year from the time that I had this dream will be this year, December 13th. January 21st, 2026 could possibly be an important date as it relates to XRP. And then February 2026, could this be the point in time where some people will look up and say, I've held XRP too long. I've waited too long. This takes us to the second dream. This dream I'm calling brown jumbo copper pennies. In this dream, I was trying to devise a plan. I knew that my enemy knew what my plan was. And he was trying to lure me and trick me to get me into a certain place in order to bring harm or even kill me. At this point, he gave me two coins. And after giving me these two coins, he was trying to take them back. So there he was attacking me, throwing knives, and I was dodging them each and every time. And then finally, towards the end of the dream, I opened my hand to see these coins. And that is when I saw that they were copper brown. They were jumbo, almost like a very large penny. And I remember seeing on one of the coins the price of the price of $167. After waking up from this dream, I grabbed my phone to write this dream down. And at some point, I saw that Pastor Greg was alive. Again, this was March the 30th, 2024, when I had this dream. It wasn't typical for Pastor Greg to be on that late, but I woke up, I want to say it was about 11ish, and he was doing a video talking about either Velo or Flare. I cannot remember which one. He could have mentioned Flare in this video, or Velo in this video, or both. I cannot remember. But what I do remember is him saying it's almost a penny. That's what stood out to me the most within this video because I had just woke up from a dream that had to do with me having jumbo-sized pennies in my hand. And this brings me to the third and final dream. I'm calling this dream a map in the sky. I had this dream just recently on October the 14th. And in this dream, I was looking up at the sky and I saw clouds begin to gather. The sky was blue and very pretty. And all of a sudden, the clouds begin to gather and they begin to swirl in this counterclockwise direction. And so I got scared thinking like, is this a tornado or a hurricane? But it don't make sense because the sky is blue, the clouds are white. Nothing signals a hurricane at all or a tornado at all. And then I turned and looked behind me at the sky to see what was going on this side of the sky. And I saw the clouds roll back. They moved back or divided. And I saw a map in the sky. And I'm looking at this map and I'm trying to figure out, where is this, is this United States? Is this some other continent? And the map had no words on it. It was just the outlining of some continent. And I remember seeing letters as the continents came together. It was almost like the lines that brought them together made the shape of letters. And I remember seeing something that looks like S-U-K-I, and I'm calling it Suki. And then I looked away and looked back again at the map, and I saw these red dots being connected by lines. After waking up from this dream, I began to look at the counterclockwise turning of the clouds, and I learned that in the northern hemisphere, when it comes down to hurricanes and tornadoes, they tend to turn counterclockwise. I also learned that the word Suki is Japanese for loved one or beloved. And then, of course, the red dots with the white lines connecting each, that turned out to be a representation of networks. So again, I had this dream on October the 14th, and it wasn't until this morning. I actually wasn't planning on doing a video. None of this was in my plans at all to do today. But I woke up this morning and I found myself looking at updates on X, and I came across this. And when I looked at it, I saw what looked to be an S, a K, and an I. I saw clouds in the background, and I also saw the swirl that looked like it was making an S moving counterclockwise. I immediately thought about this dream, about the map in the sky, the clouds coming together, swirling together, and seeing the word Suki. And as I continue to scroll down on X, looking at all of these pictures, I kept seeing more and more. So obviously this little swirl in the KI goes along with this XRP and Flare. I don't know what this device is. This is all new for me. I don't even know right now. I haven't even had a chance to even look into it, but this is what I'm seeing. And I'm saying, Lord, this looks exactly like my dream. I see the S, I see the K, I see the I, and maybe the U in the middle is the device, like in this picture. The U represents the device. But that is what I saw when I looked at this morning. And I said, this has to do with XRP and Flare. I immediately thought about Sister Sharon. I immediately thought about Sister Lauren. And then what took the cake was I saw a picture of this XRP logo on this brown looking coin. This reminded me of the jumbo pennies in my dream. And so all in all, looking at this, it is simply it's obvious to me that God has been pointing me in the direction of whatever this is with XRP and Flare. I am not the one to explain this, but I know that Sister Sharon has did a video or two on Flare in the XRP pool, as well as Sister Lauren. Their channel, Sister Sharon's channel, Now Daily Bread. Sister Lauren's channel is titled Belief Bag. And all this stuff has to do with DeFi. I want to say, again, I'm not the person to even try to explain this. I'd have to go back and watch these videos probably more than twice or three times to kind of understand what it is that we should be doing as it relates to this with XRP and Flare. So it all makes sense now looking back at the dream where the person was saying, I can't hold XRP after January 21st. Maybe there's something that we need to do with our XRP in order to protect it. Again, protection, the dreaming with the penny and me running and being chased by the enemy, trying to take the penny away from me. This could be symbolic of what the enemy is going to try to do for those who are holding XRP. If we're not mindful, prayerful, and before the Lord asking God, well, what is this that they're talking about, this XRP pool? What is this flare? And what is this XRP? What is all this about? We have to be seeking God now for that, so the enemy won't be chasing us down, trying to take away from us what God has given to us. And then obviously the third dream is simply showing me this word Suki, which again means beloved. And I know that God sees us as his beloved, and he doesn't want anything to happen to what he's giving us. And so he's given us these clues. And for me, this is a huge clue. And so now I know that I need to look into what is being said about this XRP pool, what is being said about this wrap XRP and FXRP. Again, I'm not the person to explain this, but I feel that Sister Sharon's video is a good place to start. Sister Lauren's video, she understands this stuff. Like God has given each of us our own place, and this is not my place. This would be a place to start if you want to kind of hear more about it. But again, breaking down that dream with those specific days. Again, I'm looking at December 13th, 2025, marking 1 year since I had that dream. January 21st, 2026 is a possibly important date that may have to do with this flare in XRP situation. And then could it be possible that come February, if we haven't taken our position or done what we needed to do, could it be a point in time where we've waited too late? And so that is how I'm seeing these three dreams coming together. Again, this was last year, and then the last dream that I had was this year, just a few weeks ago, October 14th. Again, pray about these things, take them before the Lord, let God give you his own understanding about what I've shared in this video, and do as the Holy Spirit is leading you. That is all that I have for this video. Until the next one, God bless.